being charged today with first-degree murder of Noah Smith. You and your friends are all going to prison for murder.
I'm scared, bro.
Meet Stephen Monroe, a wannabe gangster who has murdered not just one, but two 16-year-olds, all while live streaming everything.
We have spent hundreds, thousands of hours collecting all the information, all the cameras, all the cell phone records, all the Instagram records. Well, we have videos from your Instagram Live, and you're singing your song, smoking, a 15-minute video of you and Pooh in the driver's seat of this Kia. Right? This is all on cameras.
And very soon, detectives will realize that the person sitting next to Stephen in that live, Tyrese Pooh Patterson, is just as involved as he is.
So everything is on Pooh. You aren't a cold-blooded killer. They're making you out to be a cold-blooded killer.
Together, these two will turn on each other, revealing just how shallow their gang ties really are, and the fact that behind the murder of Noah Smith and Camarion Hall is one of the most complicated murder cases cops have ever seen.
You think Pooh should get charged with murder?
Like I said, he's just a man till he shooting, you feel me?
These guys are taking it and throwing it right under the bus, and they do not want to be held accountable for this. You're basically pissing on my back and telling me it's right. Listen, you're a grown man, okay? You gotta make a choice right now.
On January 12, 2022, Flagler County Sheriff's Department was called to the scene of a horrible crime. 16-year-old Noah Smith, who was walking down the sidewalk with a group of friends, including 17-year-old Terrell Sampson, had been stopped by a vehicle that pulled up alongside them. The occupants of the vehicle got into a verbal altercation with Terrell, which resulted in Terrell firing at the car and the occupants firing back. Tragically, Noah, who was just a sophomore in high school, was caught in the crosshairs. Terrell sprinted away from the scene of the crime, leaving others to rush Noah to the hospital. Tragically, he passed before he was able to enter surgery, leaving behind a grieving family. As police arrive on the scene, a tip from a bystander has pointed them to the home that Terrell fled into, though at this point, they don't know his involvement or the identity of the people in the car. That will come much, much later.
What's your name? Hey, don't move! Right. Walk down the stairs now. Stay off the radio. We got 2 by 4 South Church. Stand by. You move, you get bit. You understand? Hold him.
I got him. Do not move. You hear me?
Hands up. You do. Hands up.
Hands up. Don't even.
Stand by. Hey, blue shirt. I want you to listen to me. Blue hoodie. Listen to me. Very slowly. Step your phone down on the chair. Step down with the step. Okay. Turn around. Face the other way. Hey, walk back.
Keep
your hand up. Walk back. Yeah, keep your hands up. Walk back. Oh, hang on. Stop. 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 Don't step over. Go around it.
Don't do nothing.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Over here. Over here. Over here. Come here. Come here.
Excuse me, can somebody handcuff me or something?
Just wait a minute.
Just stay right there. Keep your hands up. You comply. This goes great.
Okay, chill. The cuffs come off just as easy to go on, okay? I'm going to explain it in a minute.
Don't say nothing, bro. Just put your hands up, bro.
Alright, Terrell. You're going to do the exact same thing, very slowly. Step down off the step. I'm going to bring him up for you. Come on. Turn around, face the other way. Back up. Okay, around the cooler. Around the cooler.
Hey, my dad in the house.
Alright, I'll let you talk to him. Bring him back behind your back. Behind your stop. Bring him back behind your back. Right here. And release him. There you go.
Yes, why we being the same?
I'm going to explain it in a minute. Okay? Give me a sec. Any 60, we have 2 detained.
As Terrell is taken aside and detained for, a murder investigation, he decides it's time to pull out a classic line.
But I know my rights, so you can't just put me in handcuffs.
We're not questioning you, so you don't even know your rights.
But you put me in handcuffs, so you came up. You came up in my yard, though. You detained, I'm detained for what?
Hey. Right now you're detained. We're doing an active investigation. You're detained. We're not asking you no questions. All right? Like I said, we didn't roll up in here deep.
But they steady coming, you feel me? I came first with 3
Trust me, there's plenty more that could. So just chill.
I feel you. But listen, my homie that died, and you think I want somebody to face at this moment, you feel me?
All right,
I just
just
heard his people just called and told me my homie died.
okay, chill.
You feel me?
Chill.
Do you have a manila envelope by chance?
Now, you would think that this is where police would learn who shot Terrell's supposed best friend, but that's not the case. Because unfortunately, when it comes to so-called street justice, people would rather handle it themselves than cooperate with the police. Terrell was standing beside Noah. In fact, he was the person who fired the initial shots at the car of rival gangsters, who then shot back, killing Noah. Yet Terrell tells police nothing. No description of who was driving, no names, despite him knowing them. Instead, he lawyers up and refuses to cooperate, denying any involvement. So, as he keeps his lips sealed, police frantically check the woods, homes, and streets, desperate to find a killer on the loose. They come up empty after a sleepless night and plenty of manpower. For months, police worked behind the scenes, putting together social media posts to learn about 2 beefing groups, the Burnell side and the Palm Coast side of, well, Palm Coast. Most of the members of these wannabe gangs were high school students who walked the same halls of Flagler Palm Coast High together. It wasn't until months later on May 3rd that police were able to arrest anyone in relation to Noah Smith's murder. And sadly, it took another shooting.
A 16-year-old shot to death, another man also hurt in a drive-by shooting. Witnesses say they heard nearly 24 shots fired.
16-year-old Kimarion Hall was gunned down in a drive-by shooting just down the road from where Noah Smith was killed. 2 shootings, 2 teenagers who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Fortunately, this time, police had credible leads, leading to the arrest of 20-year-old Stephen Monroe, a wannabe gangster with a hell of a rap sheet for his age. But as you're about to see, that toughness ends on paper, because as soon as police question him about the death of Kimarion, it's time for the tears.
So, the detective said you wanted to talk to us?
Y'all gotta promise me something for real, bro. Y'all gotta promise if I tell y'all everything, y'all gotta leave home. And y'all gotta protect me, bro. Like, I'm dead serious, bro. Like, I'm scared, bro. Yeah.
Okay. How could we protect you?
Away from me.
Okay.
Not so gangster now, is he? Detectives read him his rights, and he proceeds with the tears and desperate pleas for help. Despite the fact that he was in the car that the gunshots that killed Kimarion came from.
I'm scared, bro.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared of people, bro.
You've been receiving a lot of bullshit?
Yes, bro. It's non-stop.
Like a daily
And I thought that leaving would get away, would make it better. Don't. Just be threatening me and my family and my child.
I can tell you, if you are cooperative and honest with the state of Florida, that they will do every single thing in their power to be helpful to you and put you in a position where you're not going to get hurt. I promise you that I will fight for you.
First off, me and her were just going out, and we were supposed to go to have dinner and a movie and stuff. And we went to, I think it was some soup place in PC. And we were going to go drop off Dre in Flash. And people started shooting at us. So Dre started shooting back. And that's what happened.
This was the night. This was the night on Tuesday, last week, where Kamarion got hit.
I don't know his name, but the dude, yeah.
Okay. Do you know who was shooting at y'all?
No, I don't. I was really scared. I was just scared.
So just, and listen, I'm not saying you're lying in any way, okay? What I'm saying is that what we've recovered over the last several days is we've actually gotten video surveillance from that whole block, okay? One of the first videos we saw was Donna's car zooming down Bowie Street and a guy dressed in all black chasing after the car, shooting at your car.
What?
Yeah, and you probably didn't realize, but that somebody was shooting at your car as you were zooming away. We checked the car out today, nothing got hit. You guys are obviously all alive, everything's okay. But Also, we found another video camera that actually has audio, and you can hear 15 shots fired, and then 9 shots fired. Okay, it's separated by about 10 seconds or so. There's no shots before and no shots after. Then we found another video, which when you zoom in, you can see Donna's car. You can see a person in the front, a person in the passenger seat, and then you see somebody's arm reach out the back window and fire 15 times. Okay, so the audio matches up with the muzzle flashes coming out of the car, and it clearly shows that the only person to shoot, the first person to shoot, was Dre. Nobody shot at that car. Okay? And I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying maybe you're
I just heard
misremembering.
gunshots. That's all I know, and I'm scared.
Okay.
Well, I think you told me earlier when I asked.
But besides, him shooting.
I get it. But I think you told me earlier, if I remember correctly, I thought you said that Dre did shoot first.
I did.
So Dre did shoot first.
No, well, I don't.
But
Yeah,
you
I
told me.
did, but I'm just.
Okay, so that's more than likely with the video and everything
You know what I'm
else.
saying? Like, I don't know for sure because I wasn't looking at him, but the way you saying it made perfect sense.
So Dre starts shooting, and then this dude starts shooting after the fact. Like, that makes sense. That's because that's what you told me, and that's what the video shows. I mean, the video is the video.
Yeah, you can't
argue that.
It's like
And
numbers.
I don't think you're trying to, but I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
Now, surprisingly, Stephen is mostly telling the truth here. 17-year-old Dre, whose government name is Devondre Williams, purposely drove a car into what was essentially enemy territory for their gang. When they were fired at by a group of ops, Dre fired back, striking Kimarion Hall and killing him. But as you know, that's not the only time that exact sequence of events has happened. By this point, police have gathered plenty of evidence implicating Dre and Stephen not just in the murder of Kimarion, but in the murder of Noah 4 months prior.
Were you in the car the night that Noah got killed? In that black Kia?
Huh?
Were you in the car, the black Kia that Pooh was driving the night that Noah got killed?
No, I don't know. What you mean?
When Noah was shot down in Benel, were you in the car when Noah was shot?
No.
Okay. I know that they've told you before, but since you're on a different path now, you have a new life with a nice girl.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay, I understand that, man. But if you really want to fix this and really want to get on the good side here and be on our team with all the lawyers, you may want to reconsider your answer here, because your cell phone has you the second that Noah gets shot. That is not something that you're going to be able to argue against.
And not for nothing, the first time he asked you that question, you answered it yourself, man. You looked over there, and then you said no, and then you said I don't know. All right, listen. If you're playing poker, you're losing.
Stephen hasn't won a game of poker in his short life. Now, we know there are already a lot of players here, but let's break it down a bit more so things don't get more confusing. Stephen, who was in the car during the killing of Noah and Kimarion, has the nickname of Creek, as in up a creek without a paddle, like he is right now, or up Schitt's Creek, if you'd prefer. Dre was also in the car during the killing of Noah and Kimarion, and is the person who fired the fatal shot at Kimarion. Then there's Tyrese, whose super tough guy gangster nickname is Pooh, as in Winnie. He was in the car for the murder of Noah, but not Kimarion. Oh, bother indeed. That brings us to the interrogation of Tyrese, or Pooh, as he prefers for whatever reason. At this point, he was already in custody on firearms charges, but he's about to learn that those are the least of his worries.
So the reason we pulled you out is we got some stuff I want to show you real quick. And I'm confident that you want to see them. So I think it's in your best interest to know what's going on. Since you're incarcerated right now, I'm just going to read you your rights. Okay, I'm not saying I'm going to ask you any questions, but I think it's important for you to understand your rights before we even talk, okay?
They read him his rights, which by now he should realize is never a good sign.
I'm sorry. Where's your lawyer at? I have no idea anything about a lawyer. That's for you to decide. Now, listen, just for face value, we're going to show you a couple videos on this laptop, okay? It's just to make sure that you understand what you're up against, okay? Because we really haven't had a lot of opportunities to talk, and we didn't want to waste your time coming in with some bullshit and then you not have any any clarification on what's going on. If you don't want to talk to us, you don't have to talk to us. If you don't want to watch this, you don't have to watch this. You do have the right to an attorney to be with you before we ask you. I'm sorry? You want to watch it? Okay. Go ahead. Just pop the screen. So just so you understand, this is me, Sergeant Hrstakopoulos, Tit, I'm sure you know who that is, and then this is Mr. Devondre Williams.
We're on God that you did not shoot at Noah. I swear on God. It was only 2 guns. It was that one and that one. That's the only gun. Who would you say shot more in the car that night? Who shot more than Creek? How many times? Creek only shot like twice the time. Okay. Who shot right the whole clip? Okay.
Okay, so that's the first one. And then we have one of Creek as well. And we'll play that. This one's a little harder.
What happened that day?
Who shot him?
Bro, come on, bro.
So, listen.
Come on, bro.
But this is, you have to understand something.
That's crazy, man.
We grabbed all these guys on the same charges you got. Everybody, okay?
That's crazy.
We threw them in interview rooms. Everybody had something to say. You're the only one that didn't talk. And this is what happens. Okay, bro.
The video is crazy, bro.
You should see.
Okay, I listen to say that, but that's crazy, bro.
Well, the guys that everybody thinks are going to stay 10 toes down and not talk to the police are the same guys that are sitting here crying, putting everything on you.
That's crazy how everything's just going to be. Like, come on, bro.
Right. Well, this is the position that you're in now. All of these guys had said you killed Noah Smith and they had nothing to do with it. Okay. Listen, and not only them, but there was other people at the house that night when you guys got back. All those guys give statements. Everybody has talked. You're the only one that has stayed tough. Okay. And now what's going to happen is you're going to be the only one facing down the pipe of a murder charge against Noah Smith. Now, and just so you know that we're not bullshitting, man. This is a warrant that was signed on the 13th yesterday by Terry for homicide for Tyrese Patterson. Tyrese Patterson, no bond, homicide. That's getting dropped today. This shit is as real as it gets, okay? I know you, I know your family. I did not want you to hear about this from some booking officer. I want to watch this video some more.
Now, here's the thing. It might look like police are giving away their evidence, but it doesn't matter. They have all the evidence they need to put Tyrese, old Pooh Bear, behind bars. At this point, Dre, whose footage has never been released, and Steven have snitched, throwing him entirely under the bus. So police don't need to hear a word about his involvement. What they do need to hear is more about Stevens, enough to arrest him and get him convicted on a murder charge. And all it'll take is making Tyrese mad enough to hand it to them, which obviously ain't gonna take long.
That's crazy, bro. Come on, bro. They trying to lay all that on me, bro.
100%. What else are they gonna do? They don't want to go to prison. These guys aren't made for prison.
I ain't made for prison, bro.
Oh shit, man, but you're the one sitting here being tough and not telling us anything.
Bro, cuz that's lies, bro. That's lies.
Okay, I'm not saying this dude's telling the truth.
Bro, that's what y'all saying to me right now. Y'all saying like, oh yeah, they don't have nothing to do with it.
Well, he's saying some shit that doesn't line up with what we know. Okay, this one. And listen, if he's lying to us about shit, he could be charged with things too. Dre said everything that matched up with the evidence exactly.
Saying what?
He said, Dre said he was driving. Dre's like, I'm driving. Pool and Creek are in the passenger side.
Passenger? What passenger?
Like front passenger seat and back passenger seat.
Was in the front passenger seat.
Dre said that, I believe he said Creek was in the front passenger seat. And that you were in the back. But he's got a whole other story, but he still puts you as the shooter.
So I'm just the only shooter in the car.
He went on to say that Dre,
the only shooter in the car.
that's what he says. He also says this phantom driver, who's your boy, shot out of the driver's seat, which I don't think makes a lot of sense, because nobody shot out of the driver's seat. He's saying your boy, someone who has wigs.
Yeah, he's saying some guy that he doesn't even know that was your friend that showed up at his house that night before you guys went to the no. He's also
bro, oh God, bro, nobody else in that car, bro. They lying, bro. That's crazy.
So we believe that it was the three guys in the car.
No, bro.
Dre was driving. You were in the back passenger seat. Creek was in the front.
That dog was my friend. I know that. I'm telling you, dog was my friend. If he was alive today, he would tell you, bro. That was my dog. Like every day, I'm pulling up on him, going to his house, whatever.
That was an accident, bro. Tyrese, that was an accident. We are aware of that. We also know who started this.
That's crazy, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Who started this whole problem?
I know who started it.
Was it Terrell?
Yeah, I know who started it.
Okay, Terrell Sampson started it. Is that correct?
Yeah, how can I get faced with that, bro? Like, come on, bro. No, bro. Y'all know who started it.
Do you want these guys to be held accountable for their actions as well?
Of course.
Okay, so tell me exactly what these guys did in the car that night with Noah Smith. But as far as the death of Noah Smith, that's what we're here for, okay? You aren't a cold-blooded killer. They are making you out to be.
That's crazy.
They're making you out to be a cold-blooded killer. And now explaining to the state attorney that Tyrese Patterson, this kid who has never really had any violent charges, is sitting in here going up the road for murder when these guys may have had just as much responsibility that night. But if you don't tell us, then who's going to tell us? Because they're not going to snitch on themselves.
That's crazy.
They ain't telling on themselves. Creek is saying he was
supposed to be cut and this and that. He supposed to be so. Please, I'm so neutral. None of that, bro, at all.
It's hard to see his face. Let me show you. I took a video. Let me show you a video I took on my cell phone because he was in front of me. And so I need you to tell me the truth about what happened in the car that night. That's it. Terry, it's done, bro. They have a on the bus, and we know you were in the car, okay? And we know you had a gun, and we know you shot Terrell. I'm not saying you killed Noah Smith on purpose, man. No one's saying that. No one is saying that. And we have stayed very true to that with Sweat and everybody. We have made sure that everybody knows that this.
I was just talking to Sweat before I came in here.
Yeah. Well, Sweat's all right now. He's all right now. But these guys are taking right under the bus, and they do not want to be held accountable for this. But we know that you're not a violent guy, man. But these guys shot at you first, right?
Of course.
Now Dre comes back. He pulls around, gives you a gun. You let off. How many shots did you say you let off?
I don't even know. One of them whole clip, like he said.
Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? If you had an estimate.
Like 4, like 4.
Like 4? How many would you say Creek shot?
I don't know. I can't say, like, I don't know how many shots. I can't count all shots. Like, I don't know, bro.
Okay, but Creek shot from the backseat?
Oh, fuck. Man, bro. Come on.
Did Creek shoot or no?
Yeah, I know you shot, bro.
Okay, but you gotta say it, man. You gotta say Creek shot a gun out of that car. Now we have 2 shooters in the car at that point. Doesn't that make a difference? Does that not make a difference? If they're saying that nobody else shot besides Tyrese Patterson, that's a major difference between there's 2 shooters in the car.
But y'all find different shells on the scene. Y'all find shells on the other side of the scene and one side of the scene.
Oh yeah, and that's what I need you to tell me.
Y'all found 3 different shells.
Yep.
Come on, bro.
So Dre's driving the car, you're in the back passenger seat, Creek is in the front passenger seat. When does Dre give you the gun?
I can't even exactly remember, like, when we came around the block.
Okay. So did you have the gun when you pulled up there in the beginning?
Bro, I did not have no gun on the car, bro. I saw on Keep Running, I did not have no gun.
I believe.
Did not have no gun at all, I swear to God. If I had a gun, I'd been showing it right there.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Sorry.
Crazy, bro.
What was the purpose of going out there?
What you see on Dre Instagram all day.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
We got that too.
I had an AR when you shot that music video, and that was somebody with a license right next to me.
Yep. We found that gun.
Come on, bro.
I know. What was the purpose of going down there?
Bro. The purpose was not going down there to kill anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
We want to apologize for the amount of "come on, bruh," but it's worth it, we promise. Because surprisingly, Tyrese is an honest guy. at least when it comes to admitting his wrongs. He gives police the most clear retelling of events, taking responsibility for what he did, and matching evidence that police found at the scene and in his phone.
So you're saying Devondre Williams was driving that car, you guys were down in Benel, they were going down Hyman Circle to drop you off at Grandma.
They were not dropping me off.
Oh, to bring you to go grab something at Grandma, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Grab some more weed.
That's fine. So they're bringing you to Grandma's, you're in the back passenger seat on the right side of the car. Creek is sitting in front of you. Okay, Creek's got his tool on him. Dre has his on him. You guys go down there. You pass the speed bump. Terrell runs out and starts shooting at the car. How did you know it was Terrell shooting at the car?
Because you clearly see it. As soon as we go, like, before the speed bump, you see everybody right here to the right. What you mean, bro?
Well, I
didn't see Noah. Oh, God, I did not see Noah. I seen Noah was female. And Tyrell and Kamari. Kamari said,
yeah. So, but how did you know that it wasn't Kamari and it was Terrell?
Because, bro, as soon as I looked back, bro, as soon as I heard a shot, I looked back like this.
So you looked, okay.
I looked back like this, bro.
I didn't know you looked
I see shots, flames of bullets flash by the window. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Flames of bullets, bro.
Okay. All right, so then we go down the gym road, and then we come back down Bowie Street. Dre hits the corner, he hands you his pistol. You don't know if it's a 9mm 40 caliber or 380. You don't know what type of gun it was. Do you remember how it felt, or if there was a color on it, or if the magazine was extended, or anything like that? Because I'd like to link that gun to Dre if possible.
I don't really know, right?
Okay. I don't want you to speculate either. Like, I only want you to speak in facts. If you know something for sure, tell us. If you don't know for sure, then say that.
Bro, I don't know, because I don't.
Okay.
I don't even know. I don't play with guns since years ago. Like, I've been trying to stay out of trouble for 4 to 5 years now. Like,
okay.
And now, it's more bullshit. Like,
okay. All right, so you guys hit the corner. Now you have Dre's gun. Creek has his gun. Creek is in the front seat. Creek shoots out of the car, and you shoot out of the car. You think you let off about 4 shots. You don't know how many Creek shot because you weren't paying attention to that because all you heard was gunshots.
I don't even know how many let off. I don't even know how many I let off. I don't know. Like, I can't.
Well, your adrenaline's pumping at that moment, and you probably aren't remembering things easily. I get it. But yeah, we found different types of shell casings out there, which indicate that there's 2 guns being fired, and it was important to us to know exactly who fired those 2 guns. But the way these boys are talking, they're not.
Y'all found 2 cases, like
2 different types.
Not great. What about Terrell's on?
Terrell, yeah, but that's down the block. I'm talking about like at the spot where the call was. So we got Terrell's. Listen, I already told you, Terrell is looking at some shit for today. Okay, I'll give you my word on that because he started this whole problem. But to get Creek and Dre, we had to have the exact story from what happened by somebody that isn't in the group of Creek and Dre, and you're the only other person in. So you stepped up today and you're trying to do what's right for the family and know. Okay, and I appreciate that, and I'm sure Sweat's going to appreciate it too. And
Sweat, you know, when I was at my grandma's house, bro, Sweat died. Like, me and bro, him and his brother talked to us and everything. Like, Sweat know, like, bro.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Yes, bro.
Okay.
Like, bro,
you know Sweat is
like this. I'm way cooler with Noah than Creek.
Now, this may sound like a load of baloney, but Tyrese was incredibly close with Noah. That's the thing about this convoluted life of crime. Friends hang out with enemies, enemies date friends, and sometimes your friends kill your own. In this case, it was Tyrese who accidentally shot his close friend Noah while trying to take out Terrell. And just a few months later, his actual cousin by blood, Kimarion, was taken out by the 2 people he was in the car with during Noah's killing. A lot to follow? Yes. But that just speaks to the kind of confusing, twisted, and unsensible life these teens have been living, all for a little street cred.
So Detective Butler is the lead detective on Noah's death, and Detective Barkowski is the lead detective on Kamarion's death. Detective Barkowski has done an amazing job, and your cousin is getting justice today. Okay? So Keon, we've been talking to Keon.
Who's all in the car with my cousin? I want to know that. I want to know that. Who's all in the car with my cousin?
From what we know so far, it appears that
I just want to know so I ain't
Devondre shot.
Stupid.
Devondre shot.
So Creek was in the car too?
Creek was in the car and his girlfriend was in the car. But this appears to be straight up.
What kind of gun he shot with?
Just some pistol. I don't know. It's hard to tell exactly. It was just a handgun. But Devondre is responsible for Kimarion's death. He shot your cousin in the head. And he was taunting him on Instagram right before that too.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so he's done.
After that too.
Right, with that fake account. Yep, we got that. We got all that. That's a slam dunk, man. There's no doubt about that. That boy's going up the road for probably life. But you know what he's going to do is he's going to want to come forward and try to cut time off of his sentence by putting you as the one responsible for Noah. Don't let him do that shit.
Bro. All three of us responsible for that. He drove, me and Creek shot. So how be the only one responsible, bro?
Give me some time.
Y'all know that, bro. Y'all know that. I'm not just the one responsible for Noah getting killed, bro.
Boom, give me some time. All right? Give me some time. I promise you, okay, we are going to continue to investigate this. We're going to continue to find everything that we possibly find, because I'm with you on exactly what you're saying, okay? Just listen. Give me some time, okay? And I'm not asking for a lot of time either. Just give me some time.
Y'all gonna try to give me a lot more DA and shit like that. Gonna give you a lot of time, cause y'all is, bro. Everything I added up to what Dre was saying, bro. I'm telling y'all what it was. What you telling y'all what exactly what it was.
I can tell you that
last they trying to tell on me and trying to put me on the bus for more death. I'm telling y'all for real. Who's all right? Nobody else in that car but me, Dre, and Creek. And y'all see on the video, on the cameras that y'all got, but y'all seen who was in the back seat and who was in the front seat, right?
I'm trying to be careful, and we were told very specifically certain things that we're not supposed to tell you right now, okay? And all I'm going to tell you right now is just hang tight for the rest of the day, okay? You can talk on the phone. You'll find shit out as things unfold.
I'm gonna find something out.
You will talk to your family and friends. You will find out what's going on.
The cop wasn't BSing here, because just 2 hours after they spoke with Tyrese, they had Stephen brought in to speak with them after a warrant for murder was issued by the DA. Tyrese, surprisingly, have told police the exact truth of who shot, where they were, and who killed who. But Stephen, well, he isn't as willing to cooperate.
All right. So some of the things that we want to talk about here today is basically clarification on some of the stuff from the incident with Noah Smith from January. Okay. So we have spent obviously hundreds, thousands of hours collecting all the information from everybody that was there, all the cameras, all the cell phone records, all the Instagram records, all that shit. So there's some inconsistencies in what you told us that we need to clarify, okay? Now, I want to ask you one more time, who was in the car the night when you left Rose Petal Drive and you went down to Pinnell that ultimately ended up with Noah Smith passing away?
Some dude that I didn't know, and then it was me, Dre, and Pooh.
Okay, where were you sitting?
On this, behind the dude on the left side, from the dude that I didn't know.
Okay, so who was in the front seat?
I think Pooh and Dre was on the right side of me.
Okay, so this is that, and I'm glad that's the first thing you said, because this is the inconsistencies that we have. Okay, so we've met with Dre and we've also met with Tyrese.
Okay.
All right, they have made it very clear exactly what occurred that night, and what we've determined is that you're being less than honest with us. Yes, about who was in the car that night and wherever he was seated.
No, sir.
Well, all the evidence would suggest that you're not telling us the exact story. We know that there was only 3 people in the car that night. So this guy that you've talked about, this guy with the wigs that was supposedly driving the car, we can tell at this point for sure that that person does not exist. Okay, we know who was driving because they've told us out of their own mouth that they were driving. Devondre Williams, in an interview with his mom and us, sat there and told us very clearly that he drove the car down to Pinnell that night. Okay, and he said very clearly that only him, you, and Tyrese Patterson were in that car.
It's not true.
Okay, well, in an independent, separate conversation with Tyrese Patterson, today, Tyrese Patterson confirmed that Devondre Williams was driving, and then you and Tyrese Patterson were on the right side of the car. Okay, so we have witnesses, cameras, cell phone records. When phones are in a car with each other, they communicate with each other, and they can kind of tell who's all touching each other's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all this shit. And there is no fourth phone in the car, no fourth person. I heard you say that. Okay, are you sure you're talking about the same night that I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you what they told us. They told us that Devondre was driving the car. You guys leave Rose Pedal. You drive down to Vanille. Tyrese says that you guys were going to his grandma's house to pick up some weed. You pass the block. Terrell Sampson standing on the corner. Terrell starts shooting at you guys. You make the block, come around. Shots were returned at Terrell Sampson. Okay? We've been told that Devondre Williams had a gun, but he did not shoot anybody that night. Okay? So Devondre was driving. Tyrese was in the back seat on the passenger side, and you were in the front on the passenger side. Okay? Shots were fired at Terrell Sampson. Nobody hit Terrell Sampson. All right? Some would say unfortunately. I don't want to say that, but some would say that.
That's not the truth.
Okay. Well, we have also reviewed all your Instagram stuff, your cell phone. We've gone through everything. There's no mention of any fourth person. We interviewed everybody that was at the house that night. We talked to Adrian, Crystal, Glib, Nevaeh. Everybody clearly states that there was no fourth person in the car that night. It was just the three of you. Now, what you're risking is, if this is not true, what you're risking is now you have become the only person that's not telling the truth about this.
I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
There was 4 people in that car.
Okay, well, Tyrese Patterson just told me 5 minutes ago that Dre was driving, Dre hands him a gun, you have your own gun, and you and Tyrese fire at Terrell.
Of course they gonna try to put me in it.
Well, Dre said the same thing.
Of course they gonna try to put me in it. They both got a lot against me.
What does Dre have against you? It seems like you and Dre are pretty tight.
Well, I had gave them the house, like I said, because they didn't have nowhere to stay. You feel me? And none of them was paying bills, so I had to dismiss it. You feel me? Because nobody was paying bills, so they was pretty much had to find their own way of doing things. And since I was moving, nobody was gonna have nowhere to go. You feel me? But I wasn't finna stay somewhere where nobody was finna pay the bills and I'm just paying for myself.
Fair.
So, and
that would lead them to tell on themselves and implicate themselves in a homicide?
Because they're already in some stuff, so of course they're gonna try to drag whoever they can into it.
Well, I'll use this word because this is exactly what happened, but Tyrese Patterson confessed to shooting and accidentally hitting Noah Smith today. Okay. Dre confessed to driving the car. After Terrell Sampson shot at the car, Dre says he looped around the block, gave the gun to Pooh, you and Pooh shoot on the block, okay?
That's still not true.
All right, well, there was 2 guns used in the shooting.
Okay.
We're being told that both guns were given to you to get rid of. Okay?
That's crazy.
That's what they're saying. Listen, I don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not a magician, unfortunately. I can't tell you exactly what happened. I can only tell you what we're being told. And that is what we're being told, and it matches up with the evidence a heck of a lot more than this guy that you're saying that you don't know, you've never met before, and just happens to show up the night that there's a shooting in Benel. And
I understand what you're hearing, I understand what I'm risking.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, there was a 4th person in that car.
Okay.
And I know where I was sitting, and I know exactly what I saw, you feel me?
No, Stephen, the cop doesn't feel you here. And the only thing that Stephen's going to feel is that noose tightening, because despite his lies, everyone else has put everything on the table. Well, except for his imaginary gangster friend, that is, who Stephen isn't ready to let go of just yet.
So later on, Pooh is sleeping or high or whatever. Dre drives the Kia. You guys go down to Benel together. This guy, this 4th guy, is not on any videos, no record of him anywhere. Tyrese Patterson, without explaining to him what you said, tells us very clearly, this is what happened that night. Dre's driving. Creek is in the front, I'm in the back. We go down there, we're not looking for trouble. Terrell shoots at us, we come back, and we let off rounds at Terrell. And somehow,
I hear what you're saying.
Noah got hit.
But I'm telling you, there was a fourth person in that car.
Okay.
And Dre was not driving.
Okay.
Dre was right next to me.
Okay. And did Dre shoot?
Like I said, I didn't see. You feel me? I was too busy hearing the gun sounds and putting my head down.
Okay, so everything is on Pooh. Pooh's fault for everything. Pooh, you think Pooh should get charged?
Like I said, he just admitted to you he was shooting, you feel me?
Okay.
But like I said, there was a fourth person in that car. Like I said, I remember, I know what I've seen.
Okay.
Remember?
And you sure you're not confusing with some other name?
No, I'm sure.
Because I know you guys have done, you guys have ridden around there a few times.
No, I'm sure.
Okay. Now, the next couple hours later, you hit up, and I know you used to be affiliated with G and all that shit, right? So a couple of hours later, you hit up your boy on Instagram and you tell him that you need some help. You gotta get out of town or some shit. And dude can't talk on the phone for some reason, so he's like, just code it out, right? So then you write 211 on a norm. You write 2-11 on a norm, Norm. What does 211 on a norm mean to you?
Hell, somebody trying to kill me.
Okay. Are there any other lies you want to sit here and look at me in the face and disrespect me like that? You want to just get that out of the way?
Disrespect.
It's 211. Yes, you are. 211 on a norm does not mean help. Okay. If you don't think that we have access to all this old school GD shit that we can just pull up.
But that's old shit. That's not.
Oh, the new shit. So okay, so
I'm not finna sit here and lie to you and disrespect.
No, that's exactly what you're doing.
I'm trying to go home.
I'll tell you what you are. Is that you're a very bright young man.
Okay.
You come from a good family.
Okay.
You have a good situation at home. You have a stepdaughter. You have a girl that's probably willing to marry you someday. Okay? Now, that girl also drove a car that ended up killing Kamarian. Right? Now, your girl is also facing charges for murder. Right? So now what you're doing is you're just selling me a load of bullshit. You're basically pissing on my back and telling me it's raining. And I'll tell you this right now. 211 on a norm does not mean help. Everybody knows that, okay? I know what the second letter of the alphabet is, and I know what the 11th letter of the alphabet is. All right? And I know in my mind what on a norm means, okay? And we have ran this by multiple GDs, both old and young. We ran it by gang investigators. So I know what 211 means. 211 means blood killing. Okay, on a norm means civilian, somebody that's not affiliated, not associated. Okay, that's what that means. That's what you wrote a couple of hours afterwards. To me, that means that you knew for sure that this boy was dead and that you needed help to get out of town, right? Because what happened was you guys killed a normal person. That's what it means.
If the phrase 211 on a norm teaches you anything, let it be this. Always do a little more research than just reading the AI answer for things, because they ain't talking about Wi-Fi.
211 means blood killer, right?
I don't know, dude.
You don't know what 211 means?
Bro, I'm not even banging like that.
You used to be.
Yeah, I used to be.
Listen, man, in your music videos and all the shit that you claim, that's a different persona.
I hear what you're saying.
Than the Stephen Monroe that's crying to me, begging for help.
Yeah, I understand.
That's a different person.
Okay.
Okay. So you got to decide which person are you going to be right now, because today is the day.
And me, Stephen.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. In about 6 minutes, the whole world is going to find out what's happening with all this shit.
I understand what you're saying.
All right. Because in 6 minutes, we're going live with local news all over the state of Florida. You need to decide right now: are you going to be the only one that has a different story that's not true?
That's the truth, though. That's all I can only tell you.
Devondre confessed to driving the car.
I hear what you're saying.
Who confessed to being in the back and shooting. Okay. You need to tell me the truth. The truth that happened that night is that you guys go down there, you're in the front seat, you have your Glock on you, this boy shot at you and tried to kill you. You guys pull around and you shot at him back. Was it self-defense?
I never had a gun, bro. And I wasn't sitting in the front seat. I know where I was sitting.
Okay, so all the other videos of you having a gun a couple of hours beforehand, days beforehand, weeks beforehand, all these guns that you're playing with, right? The guns that all your roommates tell us that you have. All these things. This is the one time you guys decide to go down to op territory and not...
It was Dre gun, like I said.
Right. Now, what I'm telling you is that there was multiple shell casings on scene from 2 different guns. DNA has been recovered from those shell casings. Okay? The DNA is being sent off, and we're going to compare it to yours. I'll tell you, I'll bet you $1 million your DNA is all over those shell casings. Those are guns that you've handled multiple times.
Yeah, I touched it.
Right, you touched it, sure. Those are guns that you've handled. You're in the car. This boy gets shot. Who shoots a gun down the street? He told us what type of gun it was. You shoot a gun down the street. You need to tell me what type of gun that is, because we need to figure out if your bullet is the one that killed Noah or not. Because I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, that is a massive factor in this case. Do you want to just be somebody in the car that was shooting at Terrell? Terrell don't want to fucking press charges. Terrell's going down for this shit too. We know what you did, and it's all going to come out. It's just a matter of fact of whether or not you are going to be honest about it and be asked for forgiveness, or you're just going to be the guy that lies and says, I don't want to be held responsible for what I did. And that is not the right place to be. What caliber gun did you shoot that night? Steven, listen. Sorry. Listen, you're a grown man, okay? You gotta make a choice right now. Okay, I understand. You have to make a choice right now. Are you gonna be painted out to be a liar, or are you gonna stand up here like a man and say exactly what you did and let the chips fall where they may? I understand. Listen, man, I know you're scared. I know you are scared. Listen, this is not where you need to be right now.
I don't know what kind of gun it was. I really don't.
Okay. There's two options, Steven. Was it a 40 caliber or was it a 9mm? Which one did you shoot that night? Okay, whose gun was it? They were all Dre's. They were all Dre's, both guns? Did Dre give his gun to Pooh?
I didn't see all of that.
Okay.
Steven may have finally cracked, but that doesn't mean he's telling the truth, because the gun that he used wasn't Dre's, it was his, one that he bought under false pretenses from a former classmate, who didn't have the nicest things to say about him.
Basically I found out that that one kid is affiliated with this kid called, what's his name, Stephen Monroe. And I was worried, but at the same time, I knew that kid in high school, and he was a nerd. I thought he was just a wannabe. But then my dad told me the news about what happened, and yeah, it was very sad to hear.
Being called a wannabe gangster and a nerd isn't great for your street cred, is it? What's even worse is that Steven actually came from a nice home. His parents adopted him, loved him, and took good care of him, trying to keep him out of trouble and raising him right. And still he took to the street life instead.
So when you guys come around the block and you guys start letting off fire down the block, what was the intended target? Was it Noah Smith? Did you guys try to shoot and kill Noah Smith? No?
I don't know if that's what they're aiming for.
You don't know that who was aiming for? Okay, who were you aiming at? Huh? You were aiming at Terrell? Did you see him standing out there? Did he still have a gun when he was standing out there? Okay, did you think he was going to shoot at you? You did. Okay. How many times did you shoot? This is the big important question. Just one time? And you can't remember what kind of gun you had? And listen, you've already done a really good job, okay? But I do think, listen, relax, man. I do think that you know exactly what gun you had, because I believe that that's your gun.
I don't know what kind of gun.
Okay. All right, listen, relax. Hey. Okay, I know you don't want to be here, man. Nobody wants to be here. I get that. I completely get that. Tyrese just got hit with a murder charge, bro.
I just don't want to be in this situation. I'm just trying to protect myself.
I get it. You're trying to protect yourself. I understand that. And listen, you have an attorney that you can explain all this to, but you have to be honest with your attorney too. How is your attorney going to rightfully defend you if you're not exactly what and then you're letting the police find out all the information and find out all the details to make you look better. And then how is anybody going to feel bad for you if you're just sitting up here telling things that aren't true? That's what I'm trying to get across to you. Okay? All right, so let's start out. How did all this beef start? What is the problem between the Sampsons and you guys?
I don't know. I inherited the beef because Dre didn't have nowhere to stay and Pooh didn't have nowhere to stay, so I let them stay at my house.
Okay.
And then they were already beefing with these people. I was just being a friend. I was not finna let nobody just hurt my friends or do whatever.
What, you guys are at Rose Petal. You guys are going to go down to Benel to go get some weed to smoke. Is that right? Did you guys leave Rose Petal with the purpose of going to start some shit with the ops?
No.
Okay, when you get down there, you're driving down Anderson Street. Dre's in the front driving, you're in the front passenger, and Pooh's right behind you in the passenger, right? Okay, when you get to that corner there by the houses, by the sweat shit up there, what happens out there? Who says what?
I don't really know where, like that. Like
No,
I said, but I just know that.
Where Terrell was standing.
What was seeing Terrell?
Okay.
And Pooh started yelling. I guess he was telling people to get out the way. And Terrell started shooting at the car. And he spun back. And Terrell. And then he just started shooting at Terrell.
Okay, so Terrell starts shooting. You guys make the corner, right? You go down the road where the gym's at. You come down Bowie Street, right? This is all on camera, so that's why I'm saying it, because I know for a fact. You pull up to the corner, Dre's driving. Now he pulls up so that you and Pooh have a clear line of sight, so you can see exactly down the street there. And then you and Pooh just start shooting at the same time. Did Pooh shoot first? Do you know who shot first?
As I said, one time, Pooh was dumping a whole clip.
Okay, you shot one time and Pooh dumped a whole clip.
Or what I thought was the whole clip. I didn't know he was shooting a lot, and I just shot one time.
Okay.
All signs point to the fact that Dre, Tyrese, and Steven did intend to stir up trouble by going where they did. They deliberately went into a part of town that by their own design, they aren't meant to go into. Their Instagram messages they sent threatening Terrell and others, as well as stories they posted waving guns, point to them instigating what occurred. Because when you think trouble is what makes you a man, you'll seek it out at all costs, even the cost of innocent people's lives.
I'm scared and I don't want to be in a situation and get in trouble for defending myself.
Okay. Well, what's the purpose?
Taking the guns and all of this extra shit.
All right, let me ask you this. What's the purpose of coming up with the fourth person in the car as the driver?
Purpose of the fourth person being in the car. Me being scared, I just didn't know what to say. I kind of already said it. It slipped out of my mouth, so I just...
Okay. So
I'm scared. I'm in a situation I don't want to be in.
But having this fake person driving, what does that do for the story?
I was really just trying to save Dre.
You were trying to
I was trying to help people, bro.
Okay.
But all it's doing is getting me in trouble.
Well, yeah, I mean, being there the night that a kid dies and you're being in the car where a bunch of people were shooting is definitely not a good look.
Yeah, I understand.
So, last thing I have for you, it's not the best news in the world, okay?
I understand.
You're being charged today with first-degree murder of Noah Smith. You have no bond. This is just a charge. It's not a conviction. Do you understand what that difference is?
No.
Okay, it just means that you have a warrant for your arrest for murder. You are going to be charged today, but it doesn't mean that things aren't going to play out differently with the attorneys and with the court system. So they're going to book you in down here again for the charge of homicide, and then things can play out how they play out with the attorneys. But our responsibility here is done, and there's really not much more that we can do outside of just explaining to you the process. But ultimately, I'm not saying that you killed Noah Smith per se. What we're saying is that many people took actions that night that led to the death of Noah Smith. An innocent kid. Do you understand that? You, Dre, and Pooh, and Terrell Sampson all made choices that night that led a 15-year-old kid to end up losing his life. And this is what the lifestyle that you guys have chose to live, the fake lifestyle of rapping about killing ops and pulling up and I'm gonna shoot you and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, all that fake bullshit has led you to this point where now you and your friends are all going to prison for murder. Okay, well, you were scared enough to shoot into a crowd of people. You shot at somebody. Right, there was multiple people out there, and you were far enough away where unless you're a sniper, you run the risk of hurting somebody else. It would have been one thing if you guys would have returned fire immediately, but to wait 30 seconds, come around the block, and spray down the block, that's a big
I just sprayed this shot one time.
Yeah, well, the car did.
Who did it?
Okay, well, Pooh will be held accountable for that. He's already been charged this morning.
So basically, there ain't shit y'all could do, and you just wanted to get that out of me so that you could charge me.
You're already being charged. We didn't just make this up as we were sitting.
No, I understand what you're saying, but either way,
at the end of the day,
I'm not going to be helped regardless.
Well, Stephen, we can't help you. What we do is we collect evidence and give it to the state attorney.
Y'all can't help me at all, bro. Or you won't help me.
No, that's not true. We are not allowed to help you. We can't offer you anything. I can't promise you. Right, but what you need to do is you need to get with your attorney and communicate with the state attorney.
The saddest part of this, aside from the deaths of two innocent boys, Noah Smith and Kimarion Hall, is how many lives were shattered in the wake of these tragedies. In total, from these two shootings, 10 separate people, mostly teenagers and some as young as 14, were taken into custody and nailed with charges of some kind. That's 10 people who have essentially ruined their lives. 10 people who have parents, grandparents, and siblings suffering as a result of their actions. And then, of course, 2 people who will never have a chance to see their family again. All over what exactly? Pride?
You know what I'm saying? We only have limited power. Our job is just to collect evidence. That is literally our job. It's not that exciting. I promise you that, okay? And I certainly don't like dropping bad news on everybody. That's not fun. But what's done is done. You guys made a choice that night. Somebody died. Now people have to be held accountable, okay? You're a grown man. You have to live with your consequences. That's it.
Please make a phone call for me.
Who do you need to call?
Just want to talk to my baby mama.
To your baby mama? They're about to pull you out right now. You want me to call Donna and let her know what's going on so that you can call her? Well, you have money on the books.
Don't.
Okay, I'll call Donna and let her know that she needs to put money on your bills, on your books, so that you can call her. Okay? But I can't call. I honestly, I don't.
I understand.
Alright, man. Step up and let's hit it.
Can I please just get a second?
Yeah, come on. I'll put you someplace where you can get a second now around these guys, huh?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Alright. Just take a right on this bench. Have a seat right here.
Ultimately, this case, as we stated, led to dozens of arrests. Firstly, let's start with Terrell, who fired the shots that began the exchange of gunfire where Noah was killed. For his actions, he was charged with second-degree murder. He reached a plea deal, pleading guilty in exchange for just 12 years behind bars. Dre was sentenced to 55 years in prison, taking a plea deal for his involvement in the killing of Noah Smith and Kimarion Hall. Tyrese was sentenced to 30 years in prison for firing the shot that ultimately killed Noah Smith. And finally, Stephen, who cried and lied about his involvement until the very end, earned himself life in prison for his involvement in the murders of Noah Smith and Kimarion Hall. Our thoughts are with the dozens of people affected by the needless tragedy, and to all the parents who are out there working hard to prevent their kids from engaging with street life. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.